This week, 2020 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Duramax AT4. For 2020, GMC is bringing a brand new model, a brand new generation of trucks in the HD one. So 2500, 3500, it's got a brand new design, brand new frame, updated powertrain and all that. So we're gonna go deeper into the details of this new generation of trucks. If we're looking at the price of the HD truck in the GMC lineup, you can get a base HD 2500 around 46,000 Canadian. If you want a base AT4 with the 2500 size, it's about 71,000. And the model I'm testing this week, this one behind me, is around 98,000, almost 100,000 Canadian. Obviously this one is pretty well equipped. So brand new design for 2020 for this generation of HD truck. So as you can see, it's a complete new design from the 2019 model. There's a few details about this AT4 model. So first of all, you got a different grille. You've got a black and a dark chrome grille, really a sportier kind of look. You've got that really nice GMC logo in black. This is an accessories from the GM accessories department. Also underneath here, you got the black finish here. You got the famous AT4 red tow hooks. You've got LED headlights and also fog lights. Everything is part of that signature look of the AT4. If we step on the side of the AT4, we got some really nice looking wheels. Those are 20 inches wheels. Those are optional. It's a pricey option, over 4,000 Canadian. You can notice also all around this truck, you got those marker lights on the fenders, on the four corners of the truck. You've got also these lights on the top of the truck. For 2020, we've got a brand new style of mirror. These are pretty huge. You've got lights in the front and also in the back. Here you've got two different mirrors also. These gonna be extendable, also is gonna reach a little bit out. Really practical to have those mirrors. If we step a little bit more in the back, we've got a really practical step one here on the side. And also if we step in the back on the bumper, on both corners, you've got another extra step to help you step in your box of your 2500 AT4. But the AT4 package is not just about the design, it's also about more off-road capacity. So first of all, you've got a bunch of features like these all-terrain tires and also that off-road suspension with rain show shocks. You got also skid plates underneath your truck to protect the underneath of your truck. You got also a rear locking differential from Eaton. Also inside of the truck, you've got a bunch of electronics gonna help you to improve your off-road performance. You've got an off-road mode. You've got also a heads-up display gonna give you more details about your angle of attack and all that. You got also a hill descent assist, a hill start assist, and also a bunch of cameras gonna help you to have a good visual around your truck at low speed when you're in that 4x4 low. The AT4 package on the HD truck is a well-balanced package if you're looking to have more off-road capacities and not sacrificing on any towing capacities or payload. But if you compare this package with the Super Duty Tremor or the Power Wagon from Ram, this AT4 package is a bit behind in the off-road capacities because these packages got bigger tires, also lift kit. This one doesn't have a lift kit. A lot of you guys think because the 1500's got a 2 inches lift, the HD's got the same thing, but it's not the case. This one doesn't have a lift kit on it, so it's not really higher, maybe a little bit because of the bigger tires, but there's no lift kit, there's no front locking differential like the ones you'll find on a Tremor or a Power Wagon. So off-road wise, the AT4 is a little bit behind. All right, let's talk about the powertrain. First of all, look at this hood, brand new hood for 2020. You got that real ram air. I was gonna give you extra air for your Duramax engine. As you can notice underneath the hood, you've got that direct ram air feeding that air intake right here to give you extra air for this Duramax 6.6 liter V8 diesel, good for 444 horsepower and 910 foot-pounds of torque. This engine's been updated for 2020 and 2021 models. You've got more horsepower, more torque, better fuel economy, more towing capacities. This engine is matched to a 10-speed from Allison. Yes, one of the best transmission on the market. So GMC's got a really good mix of transmission and engine for their HD models. You know, sometimes when you're looking at the competition, there's always a lack in between those two. If we're looking at Ford or Ram, sometimes the engine's a little better, the transmission is lacking, or vice versa. So the Duramax option is about 9,000 to 10,000 Canadian. That's a pretty pricey option, but it's worth it. If we're looking at the gasoline engine, you can get a V8 6.6 liter, good for 401 horsepower and 464 foot-pounds of torque, matched to a 6-speed transmission. You know, on the gasoline side at GM, we're lacking a little bit if we're looking at the Ford Super Duty with their new Godzilla V8 7.3 liter with a 10-speed transmission. So if you're looking at the gasoline option on the Ford Super Duty side, Ford's got the edge on this 6.6 with the 6-speed transmission. If we're looking at the capacities of this HD truck, this one's a 2500. You can get a maximum towing capacity of 18,500 pounds. And this capacity is good for the conventional towing, fifth wheel or gooseneck. And also you get a max payload of 3,563 pounds. It's a pretty capable model. If you need more capacity, you can opt for the 3500 HD or either the 35 HD with the extra wheels, the 6-wheel model, the dually model. When you step up to these models, you can tow up to 36,000 pounds. It's been updated for 2021 model. It's one of the most capable truck on the market. But don't forget, when you're looking at these battle of who can tow the maximum weight, you know, it's really the 3500 or the F350. At Ford, you can get a F450. Again, the F450 is always capable to tow more, but it's not rated as a normal truck. It's really a commercial truck when you step up in that weight categories. So never really compare a F450 with the 3500. But you know, between GM and Ford, it's really neck to neck with these powers and those numbers. It's always a war between you and me. I tow 35,500 pounds last year in Oregon, and also in Wyoming 30,000 pounds. Well, you know, that's a lot of weight. If you need to tow that much weight, you know, you're really in another ball game. If we step in the back of this 2500 HD, we've got the famous Tailgate Pro. This tailgate, I really like it. I have one on my truck, obviously. I really use it on a daily basis. I'm really surprised. It's not really a fancy gadget. It's really useful. So you can do a bunch of things with this tailgate. First of all, you can lower down that top portion of the tailgate, so you have longer, like a beam of wood or anything. It's really practical. You can lift that little thing here also. You can lower down the regular way, I could say. And again, you can lower down that part, so you get easier access to go deeper inside of your box. And also, I've got a surprise for you guys underneath this step. We've got a kicker sound system to really improve your tailgate party. It's really cool. It's water resistant. It's a little bit like those speakers you'll find on a boat. So this is really cool. It's a cool option. It's really pricey though. It's about $1,000 around that. Again, you got a really rugged step, really easy to use. And also it can handle big boys like me. So easy to use just like that. You got a handle right here. You get also some lights to help you to see inside of your box at night. You get some hooks at the four corners to help you tie down some things. And also this one, it's already set up to handle a gooseneck or a fifth wheel from the factory. It's warranted, and also it's certified for your towing capacities. So I really recommend having this when you're ordering your truck, or choose one with this. You know, it's way better from the factory. It's warranted. It's not some random mechanics who've been drilling in your brand new truck, and you can have issues with the rust and all that. So I really recommend, you know, having this installed at the factory when you're planning to use a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. Interior wise, you've got that signature AT4 interior with those seats in leather, black and dark orange, I could say dark brown, with some stitching that same color. You've got also the AT4 logo on the headrest and also in the door seals. Really nice interior, really sportier luxury interior in this one. There's no wood finish as you can find in other model in the Sierra lineup like the Denali's. This one's got some brushed dark kind of aluminum metal finish, and also some touch of like carbon fiber. Looks like carbon fiber. Really nice. This interior is not the best looking interior on the market, obviously, if you compare it to the Ram models with that huge screen, really nice finish and all that. This one is more rugged, simpler, also easy to use if you work with this interior on a daily basis. If you're kind of dirty working with gloves and all that, this interior, it's easier to use if you're working with your truck with gloves, you're dirty and all that. This interior is really easy to use for that. One thing also I really like, where you can recharge wirelessly your phone. It's really practical, easy to use on that side. One of the big improvements for this new generation of HD truck is really the camera system. You got up to 15 views of camera, all in HDs, really practical, really good quality. I've been towing with these cameras and it's just wonderful, especially those new cameras underneath the mirrors. So once you're towing something behind, you get access to a bunch of different views on the side and back of your trailer. Also, your mirror can be an actual screen, so it's super practical if you want to use your mirror that way. As you can see right now, we can see each wheel on each side. Here is the mirror effect, so your trailer becomes transparent, I could say. So a lot of views you can get with this new system. Really practical, you know, for towing, especially when you have a large trailer, a big camper or something like that. You know, those camera views are really useful.
Well, I've been rolling in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm about to blow. Breeze walking through the honky tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order of a round of shots and it's away we go. Switch up, go down, dig down. Order of another round of shots. Run, get drunk.
All right, behind the wheel of the 2500 HD AT4. You know, I'm surprised by the ride. It's pretty comfortable for an HD truck. I drove the Super Duty Tremor 2 weeks ago, and this one's got a better ride, even if the Super Duty had bigger tires. So usually with bigger tire, you've got a better ride, especially in the rougher roads. But the AT4's got a really nice ride down the road. And also I did some off-roading with this AT4, trying to see if it's capable. You know, it was some soft off-roading, obviously, nothing really complicated. But I was able to try out the off-road mode, the hill descent assist and all that. Everything was working well. You know, I could feel the locking differential in the back working well also. You know, in these kind of truck, you know, obviously this one doesn't have a front locking differential like the Power Wagon or the Tremor, so it's a little bit less capable off-road wise. But from my point of view, you know, these trucks are pretty heavy to do some off-roading. You know, back in the days, my dad used to own a bunch of trucks, and we used to do a lot of off-roading for work. And I remember when we got stuck with our Super Duty, it was pretty hard to pull it out of the muddy hole. When your truck weigh more than 12,000 pounds, you need like a bulldozer or an excavator to put it out. So for me, you know, this is really capable for the size of this truck. And also it's really long, so you're not really able to compare this truck with Jeeps or Raptors and all that. These are lighter weight compared to this, but still it gives you some capacities to go off-road and being able to go through some rougher paths. So everything was working well on this side, you know. I was pretty satisfied on that side. You know, fuel economy wise, you know, these trucks are not rated because of the weight, but this week I was able to do 13 liters per 100 kilometers. Obviously I've got the diesel under the hood. Pretty good. It's better than the Super Duty I had 2 weeks ago. But again, the Super Duty was the Tremor edition, so it was lifted and also with bigger tires. So probably if it was not the Tremor edition, the Super Duty will probably do about the same fuel economy. So, you know, it's pretty decent, you know, driving these trucks, you know, with no trailer behind. Still, it doesn't take a lot of fuel to operate on a daily basis. I drove these GMC trucks and also the Chevy ones in Oregon and Wyoming. I was doing a lot of weight, different kind of weight, also in the mountain and all that. This truck works really well, you know, the powertrain and the transmission is just a dream, you know. It works really well with a load or no loads. It's just fantastic, even on the highway or smaller roads or mountain roads and all that. Just the way this transmission works, it's one of the best on the market. Really, GM and Ford with their 10 speeds are really, you know, in front of the Ram. The Ram is really lacking on that side with the 6-speed, the transmission with the Cummins. The transmission, if you're really towing a lot of weight, is just the real magic for these trucks. Power-wise, you know, these GMC trucks are really nice to drive on a daily basis. You don't need to put a lot of input on the throttle to really get it going, you know, like the way it shifts again with the 10-speed. But, you know, when you really push the engine to the maximum full throttle, I could say, you can feel the Super Duty with the Power Strokes got way much more torque. The Power Strokes got about 100 foot-pounds of torque more, something like that. When you really push the machine, I could say, you could feel the Super Duty is superior on that side. But that extra torque really affects more when you don't tow. When you're towing, it's all about the you know, power management and the way the transmission shifts. So, you know, for towing, you know, I could say GM and Fords are really head-to-head. Again, you know, Ram is lacking with that 6-speed. Just for me, it's just the Ram is not in the game just because of that transmission. So overall, I was pretty happy, you know, driving this truck on a daily basis this week, especially after testing these trucks with some heavy weights up to 35,000 pounds. I tow back in Oregon last year. I was able to really test it on a normal basis in my neighborhood, I could say, in my roads and all that, to see my mileage and all this. You know, after driving all the big trucks, you know, the Super Duty, the Ram HD, and this one, I could say maybe the GMC is my top pick. I could say maybe interior wise it's lacking compared to the Ram, but you know, if I was about to tow every day, work with this truck, just the way the engine managed the power, the transmission and all that is my favorite. The Super Duty is really close to this truck. I could say once Ford's gonna update the interior, it's gonna be a better truck than this one, but so far the GMC is my top pick. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my video. Let me know which HD truck is your favorite and why. And we're gonna see each other on the next review.